if you're doing a lot of data entry in Excel, or even if you're just managing data sets like this, one thing you can benefit from is Excel's built-in form control. And you can add that to your quick access toolbar. So I'm going to show you how that works. So up here, there's an option to add items to your quick access toolbar. And I'm going to select the button for more commands. And then in here, from commands to choose from, I'm going to select all commands. And then once that finishes updating, I'm just going to make a selection here and type in FORM for form. I'm going to double click it so it gets added to my quick access toolbar and hit OK. Now it's added in there. So now if I'm on a data set, what I can do is click on this button, and now we've got a form. So this is useful whether you're cycling through the data that you have in your form, if you want to delete a record, if you want to add one, or if you even want to search for one. So for example, let's say we want to search for Lucas, any transactions that person has. So we can click on criteria and just type in the name. And then we can find the next instance of it. All right, anytime that name shows up. So we can cycle through all those additions, all those entries, and then we can, make changes if we need to. We can delete it. So let's go back to the first one where we've got February 11, 2023. So let's change this amount from $49.84 to, let's say, $75. If I change that and hit enter, you'll notice it updates on here. So rather than going through and perhaps searching for these values individually, you can use the criteria function in this form, search for what you want to change, search for the record, and then make the changes to an individual field. And you can do that whether you're changing, in this case, the vendor, the amount, the name, whatever the case may be. So instead of Oliver, let's say I change this to Mike. And it gets updated. So this is the same thing as if you were to do this on the sheet, but without having to scroll through your file. So it makes it a bit easier in that sense. Another thing you can do is you can add a new record. So if I click on new, it's going to add a value to the bottom. So I'm going to type in June 1, 2024, and let's say Chad, and the vendor will be Costco, and let's say $125 as the amount. I'm going to hit enter, and now scroll to the bottom, and it's been added to the bottom of my data set. So even though it's not in a table format, I can maneuver it this way to add records if I need to. If I want to go back and delete it, click on that value again. And now let's do my criteria search for the name Chad. And we've got that record that I just created. And now if I delete it, it's going to tell me it's going to be permanently deleted, and it's gone. So easy enough as it is to manage it that way. So this is a neat little form that you can use, easy to access from the quick access toolbar, and it can be useful if you don't want to have to cycle through all your data set. This can be an easy way to manage it, and another way to make it easy so you don't have to use Excel's filters, or you don't have to endlessly scroll through a lot of data. This can potentially help you make that a bit easier, and it'll automatically adjust to the fields that you have. So let's say we add another field here in column E for comment. So we've added another field, and if I click here, it's automatically going to expand to automatically detect how large my data set is. So even though I've only got 5 fields here, this is automatically going to expand as I add to it. So if you've got a really large data set, this can be a lot easier to scroll up and down versus going left and right. So it's a lot easier to manage. We can scroll through it to see all the entries, whether one by one, whether doing a search, or jumping ahead, in this case 10 records at a time. So it gives you a bit of flexibility in how you manage your data set. So it's another tool that you can use, especially if you use if you're regularly updating or adding to or making changes to a data set. So a quick tip on that. So the key thing is just to make sure if you want to use it, add it to your quick access toolbar. You're going to have to add it through all commands and just do a search for form. And then once you've got it, it's easy to access from any other sheet that you're on. So if you like this video, please make sure to leave a like and be sure to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.